Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. You guys have kind of caught me mid-project. I was working on this 1970 140 again. In the previous video we started working on this 1970 140 that I had picked up. I had picked up. Somebody contacted me and was seeing if I was interested in it, so I bought it, and well, here it is. In the last video, we cleaned it up with some steel wool. I think we started working on the mower deck in that video as well, but I can't quite remember. I started getting into this mower deck again. I was just kind of doing it to do it, and midway through I thought, maybe I should pull the camera out and film this. I pulled the idler pulley off. The tension spring was broken. I think we covered that in the last video. So I pulled that tensioner off and I took it over here to work on trying to free the bearing up, because the bearing, it was pretty well stuck and it didn't move. The bearing in here is stuck. So right now I'm working on freeing it up. I've got it most of the way free, but right now it still kind of moves a little bit rough. I think I'm going to have to see if I can get that bearing out of there and pump some grease into it and clean it up real good. And then after I do that, I think it should be able to get going again. I do have grease all around, or oil all around it though. No grease yet. So I'm just trying to get it to move nice right now, and that's about it. So let me put you guys in the stand and I'll continue working on this and let you guys watch. So let's get going on this guy and let's see what we can figure out. Like I said before, I've got him to move, but you can't really go all the way around. It's starting to want to go all the way around, but not very well. Just right now trying different things to see if maybe it was sitting on that. I'll try it now and we'll see what we get. But it seems like it's binding up right there. Actually, now it's starting to, if I do that, it'll clean itself up. I don't know if I can pop that bearing out. I guess we could find out and see. Pop this out of here and clean it up real nice, because I imagine it's probably all covered in rust. Oil that up and clean it up with a little Scotch-Brite pad and get it going. I imagine once I get this mower deck put on something and use it, this will probably free up over time. And plus it'll get warm by the heat of the bearings. When they get used, they get friction and they start to warm up a little bit. And if I put the cover back over that mower deck, it'll probably build some heat up under there, and well, maybe the heat will get to it and it'll help it move a little bit easier. But I mean, it's moving pretty well right now. I can just about move it with my finger. I can almost move it with that. I might see if I can pop that bearing out of there, but I just don't know if I want to do that or not and risk damaging something. There it goes. Now it's starting to free up. That arm just getting stronger and it's getting easier to move for me. I mean, that's all really it's going to do is this right here for the spring. It's not going to go all the way around. So I mean, it's probably pretty wore in actually just doing this. That's probably all I really need to do. But it'd be nice to go all the way around, that way, I know it will do it if it'll spin nice if it gets all the way around. I'm tempted to pump a little more oil at it. I don't know if the oil is going in. It seems like it is. It's definitely been getting better since I put some oil on there. And it's not the bolt. I did check to make sure. I can see the bearing is not moving when I move this. So it's doing what it's supposed to, which is good. And now it's starting to move easier. That's one thing I wish they would have done, was put grease fittings in these. There's a lot of things on these tractors I wish they would have put grease fittings on, but oh well. Yeah, see, now it's starting to, I'm thinking it might be catching on my vise, making it harder to turn. I don't know. Yeah, it's moving fairly well. Probably if I can put a, well, that's what I could do. I could stick this up. But yeah, see? That moves, and it's not the, it's the bearing moves as well, which is good. What I could do is grab myself a drill, stick it on here, and spin that. Maybe that'll make it spin better. Alright. I think that is a 9/16 socket. Maybe throw a 9/16 socket in a drill and kick it on here and yep, spin that over. Maybe it'll help it spin better. Get it more speed and get it to build some heat. I ain't gonna use an impact, I'm just gonna use a normal drill. For those of you wondering why, I think you'd just be better off using a normal drill for this. Oh, I see the problem. My bolt's bent. I need another bolt. And another battery by the looks of things. Take two. That's better. Oh, look at that. Bearing decided it wanted to come out. That's good. You can clean that up. So let me put this socket, not what I wanted, on here. And let me grab a 9/16 wrench. Yeah, that's just what I wanted to happen actually. So I'm glad that decided to come out. And I also can see that it's taking on oil, which is good. It's getting oiled and lubricated. Just pop that out like so. Why did that not? There it goes. So now, see if we can get this bearing to come out or not. I would like it to if we can. There we go. Yep. That doesn't look bad. That looks okay. It definitely does need some cleaning though. I was expecting worse. It's not pitted. But yeah, this is a bearing right here and it goes in that little sheath. I'm glad it turns nicely though. It doesn't look bad. Yeah, you can see it was starting to clean itself up. It's supposed to be, looks like it's actually copper by the looks of that. It almost looks like copper. I might grab myself a Scotch-Brite pad. Don't really have a good way of holding this. Actually, let's see. Maybe it'll fit in the drill. Damn it, it won't. What we could do, I got an idea. can do. Stick our bolt back in it, tighten it up, and once we tighten it up, work like a lathe, and hold this with the drill while I'm holding the Scotch-Brite pad. Clean it up that way. We could do that. Oh. It's tightening. Don't want it too tight. I don't want it to let go. That's the only thing. So now, stick that in there. Thing that I didn't want to happen. There we go. Let's try that. Ready? That's cleaning up. You guys ready to see? Okay. It's cleaning up good. I'm going to stick it in another spot though and try again. Oh wow, that's cleaning up good, and it's even cleaning up my socket, which I actually really didn't want to do. Yeah, that actually looks pretty good. That's probably about the greatest I'm gonna get it though, for sure. Well, I didn't quite get it how I wanted it to. I got it over. I'm going to have to flip it around and do that side. But I mean, it's turning out good. It's doing a good job, actually. I'm impressed. Oh yeah, that's doing good. It looks better. That's probably about the best I'm going to be able to get it. But I mean, that looks great. It actually does. Wow, that's hot. That looks great. So now we need to go in here and we need to clean that up too. I'm just going to roll this piece up and send it in there and twist it a couple times just to clean it up. Get it in there, can I? There's not really any easy way of doing that. Could be this, actually. There we go. That works. It just fell. Glad I saw where it fell. The only downside is I can't turn this as fast as I can the drill because I don't have this on a socket. There we go. Cool. That looks good. There we go. I cleaned it up. So now what we need to do. Yeah, see, take a good look. I cleaned it up really nice. It definitely looks a lot better. But what I'm thinking I'm going to do is I'm probably going to put some grease on that before I stick it in there. Oh, that's right. I'll put a little bit of grease on there and get it to go in. And once I do that, hopefully it should turn out good. Then we'll get it all put back together and we'll spin it around for a little while. I forgot that was hot. And after we do that, we'll go from there. Do the idiot. Come on, there you go. Come on, there you go. There. I might end up cleaning up this bolt while I'm at it. Yeah. I might not. We'll have to see. Yeah, see how nice that slides in there now and just moves? That's good. Why does it hang up? Oh, it just quit. It did, but it stopped. So I'm going to put some grease on this, and I'm going to send it in, turn it a little bit, and maybe now it should do this. Got my little grease gun. We'll stick him in there. We'll take her, put some grease on her, like this. There we go. That's what I want. We'll do that. We might take a little more, actually. I think the tip of my gun is clogged. There we go. Maybe a little more, but I think that might be okay. Just enough to, you know, get it. There we go. Just enough to help it along like that. That's probably good enough. Then we'll take it and we'll stick it in like so. If it will go in. Uh-oh, that's not good. That side actually might be it going. That's great. There it goes. That one wants to. I think what I'm going to do while I'm here is I'm going to stick this in and turn it over some just to make sure that all the grease gets spread around nice. Not going to go very fast, but I just want to make sure all that grease gets around and gets to where it needs to be. Ooh, okay, that time it decided to come out. Well, that's great. Oh shit. There's a problem. Having dirt and other stuff on my bench doesn't really help me none, does it? I didn't expect that to come out, but, well, I guess that's what you get for not putting washers on it. Grab it. Let's try again. This time we'll put washers on it, and we'll see where we go from here. So again, grab my grease gun, pump some out like that. There we go, that's even better than what we had earlier. Spread it around so. Stick it in. There. Like that. We have that stuck in. That's probably a little bit less than what I should have used. I probably should put a lot more on that, you know, but hopefully that'll work for what we need right now. I just want to spin that around a little bit and make sure that it stays in there. Get the grease nicely spread. There. So we done that. So now I think this just, yeah, see how nice that turns now? So now this goes in the deck, and then this shoots up like that to hold the pulley on, and this right here is for the spring. So now we should be able to put this piece back on after we get a spring for it, and then after we do that we can put the deck back together. This is my idler pulley. You can't really service an idler pulley, but you can take some oil like that and just go around the edge of it and let that oil soak into it. Then once it soaks into that bearing, you start turning it over. You can turn it like so, and usually they'll start spinning a little easier. I should put a bolt in it actually and turn it that way like how I did that. But I think for now I'm just going to do this like so. And then that should be alright. That should be enough help for it. So now I'm going to go find a spring, and I guess once I find a spring we can go on ahead and figure this deck out. Getting back into this 140, I found a spring. I pulled the spring off of my 69 140 sitting over there for the, this was the brake setup spring. As you can see, it's about the size I want. It's a little bit shorter than I need, but that's fine because I do kind of want it to pull on the, I do want it to pull on the belt some. I do want it to stretch. So what we need to do is we need to take this bolt and loosen it, get this off, and then after we loosen that bolt, get this off of here. Actually, I really should inspect this belt. The belt really doesn't look bad. I mean, I haven't really seen any bad spots in it yet. I shouldn't have said that. So what I'm going to do is I want to pick up on this. Let me see, this isn't in, so I can take it out. Let's come over here to where my, which bolt's it on? That one. So I want this one. I'm just gonna, uh-oh, that's not good. No, we might be in some trouble. It's not stripped, but it doesn't seem like it wants to loosen. I went over there and grabbed myself a 1/2 inch. I have an extension just in case I end up needing it. Which one did I say was, right here's where it mounts, so it probably goes to one of these. Probably whichever one I started turning on. I think it was that one. Where's the spring? This one. So that one. Okay. Well, it moved. Whether that's a good thing or not, there we go. I'd say we got a little bit lucky. So we'll take that. We might need to down a little bit. There we go. There. So that's out. We'll take this. in here. Get it to... I'm not sure if that has to completely... I don't know. In order to get this one in... I'm almost afraid this might be a little too thick for... I mean, that might work. We'll have to see. Oh, well, we got the wrong side to begin with. Thanks for noticing, by the way. Let's see. Let's take this. Just completely remove that bolt. Of course, it doesn't want to move, which is kind of nerve-wracking. Makes me kind of nervous. It doesn't want to move. Why does it not want to move? I guess the things over time they do tend to rust in. So I'm just going to do that. Hit it a couple times. Maybe an hour. Feels like it moved. Looks like it did. Let's see. It did. Cool. So now we need this. And that end right there to go like that. I might actually have to take this and bend it a little bit to get it where I want it. What do you see? Oh, you see the deck. You see pretty much everything. We'll take this, bend it out like so. Actually, we'll pull it in, just down like that. Out a little more. There we go. Come under here. I actually might bend that out more. There we go, like that. That works perfect. And once we get our other piece up here, we'll fit that in like that. And then that wants to go like that, which actually might fit that way better. Yep, I kind of figured that would do it. So let me get this over here. And there we go. Then we'll just have to hit that back down. Now we'll come over. There we go. We got it. Where's that? Look at that. We got it. You know, when you do something like this, there's an idler pulley that goes right here and a bolt. You want to put the bolt in first. Damn it. I wish I had seen that. Oh well. We almost had it though. So we'll put our bolt in. I'm glad I noticed that when I did though, and not when I had everything tight where it needs to go. Good. I just can't pull it far enough. There we go. So then we'll come back up here, put that back on and get that tight. And I'll just do that. There we go. Look at that. So actually now, I can come up here, grab that, and then after I get that done, like so, grab my washer. I feel like there's actually another washer I'm missing. That could be it right there, actually. That could be, but I don't. I feel like there was something else there. Again, I don't know. I just want to get everything kind of, you know, where I want it to be, and then after we get everything where we want it to be, get it all. There we go. So now that needs to be tightened down, that needs to be tightened down. And once those are tight, we should be all set and ready to go. That's a half. So now, I'm just going to come over here, like so. I'm going to go under, there it is. And I'm just going to crank on that, like so. Get it tighten up. There we go. There. That works. We'll come over here. I don't remember what size that is. I believe that was. I will grab this. Come over here. There we go. I wish that would straighten out a little bit, but I don't think it's going to. This pulley, and I guess it happens with age, it's kind of on an angle. There we go. Damn it. I figured that would happen. I was worried about that. You gotta be careful, I guess. Yep. Alright, what is it caught on? Did I put it on upside down? Alright, let's get this pulley back off of here, I guess, and let's just see what we did. I was hoping it would move back a little bit. I guess not. We might have to mess with this spring a little bit. Yeah, as soon as I moved it up, it moved that spring. Yep, it's digging into the pulley. Almost looks like this side might be the side that I want to put facing down. So, let's flip sides too. Doesn't feel like it's rolling anything now. Put that. I almost do kind of feel like I had the wrong side facing down. I almost wonder if I did. There's not supposed to be a pulley under there, is there? Or a pulley. There's not supposed to be a washer under there, is there? I feel like there might be. That's probably what this is. Let's try that. Well, it's definitely up higher. That's for sure. We'd have to tighten it down in order to make sure. It's hitting on something. I bet it's that spring. Probably, hopefully, over time that spring will go away. Yeah, see, it's still turning now. I bet you that washer is what we missed. Crank it down nice and tight. Yeah, it still moves. Ooh, that's good. Wondering why it wouldn't move, see? Ow, that hurt. Let's fix this. Remember that. There we go. There we go. I got it. See? That pulley's fine. But yeah, once we get this spinning up fast, it'll hopefully fix itself and spin better. I still need to come under here though and tighten this. Okay. Get too excited about things. Uh-oh. Well, I can't even find that bolt. Oh, there it is. I was going to say, but we might be in trouble. But I did find it, luckily, so it's still down here. Where is... That's not it, is it? Doesn't look like it. I guess it could be. I can't really... There it is. Can't really see it all that well under here, but... Man, I'll tell you what, I never realized what these decks entailed when it comes to changing their springs. hope I never come across another one again that I have to do that to. That's kind of miserable. But there we go. Deck's all done. I don't have a mule drive for it. If I had a mule drive, I'd throw it on the 312 and take it out and try it out a little bit and see how it does. I think now what we need to do is take the blades off of it, and after we take the blades off of it, sharpen them, and after we sharpen the blades, well, then it can go on a tractor, and once it goes on a tractor, well, it's ready to roll. Oh, let's see if we can get one of these bolts to go. If we can, great. If we can't, well, then we'll figure out another way. That's gonna hurt. Ready? There it goes. Wow, it came loose. I was expecting that to be a little bit harder. Doesn't look bad. They definitely need sharpened. I don't know how much sharpening I can get out of them anymore before these blades are no good, but overall they don't look too bad. So I'm going to sharpen them, and after I get all the blades sharpened, I've sharpened hundreds of blades on this channel. You guys should know how to sharpen blades and by now. So I'm going to get these blades sharpened, and after I get the blades sharpened, I'll bring you all back. Well, I got all of them. I went in here and I got all the blades sharpened and everything. I'm tempted to take that belt back off there, throw a socket on all these and just spin all these spindles and see if I can get them all to spin a little bit easier. But I think that once I put it on the tractor and I spin them over, like I said before, I think that'll clear them up. Right now they don't really spin the greatest. It does spin though, so I guess it's okay. I mean, all the bearings seem good. I did try shaking them around. None of them really seem to shake, so I don't want to say they're new bearings, but I want to say that this deck probably doesn't have very much use. So yeah. Right now I'm just kind of, everything's done right now as far as I can tell. I'm tempted to take that Scotch-Brite pad and go over this deck a little bit, but I don't know if I really want to do that. There are some spots where I definitely think it would clean it up real nice if I did it, but for right now I'm just going to leave it alone. I'm not sure if I'm going to end the video here or not. I might just continue on with the next thing that I decide to do with the tractor, which is, I don't know yet. So right now I guess we'll see, but until next time I'm done for now and I'm going to sign off.